Hey, I'm Lisa Cummings interviewing Mr. Galindo, and today is October 21st. Am I right, Andy? Yes. It's 1999. Okay. First, where and when were you born?
I was born in Mexico, 1919.
Okay.
I was born over there, but later on, after the revolution, my parents came to Austin, so that's where we were here.
What part of Mexico?
20 miles from Monterrey.
Okay.
It's a little bit just Cadereyta Jimenez.
Okay. But you spent most of your life. Well, you moved here when you were 2, you said?
So I spent our life here.
Okay. And do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, 3 from over there and 3 from over here.
Oh, okay. So 3 of them are still over there?
No, we all still alive. My oldest sister close to 90.
Oh, okay.
And 3 from over there and 3 from over here.
Uh-huh.
My sister was born here as the only child, went to Mexico to schools over there since she was in Asia. But then after that, we were educated on this side.
Okay. Whenever you did go to school, when you moved over here, where'd you live?
On 24th, as they gave.
Oh, okay. So,
no,
when you first
before that, we came from Mexico. We were close to Ebenezer Baptist Church.
Okay.
On East 11th.
In
East Tennessee, in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
They used to have beautiful Baptist conventions.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
And they used to close up the streets, put bookstores, lecture rooms, dining rooms. It's something that people don't realize that people really did do. Things like that.
Whenever you went to school, was it Mexicans on one side? Was it segregated with Mexicans and whites, or did everyone go to school together?
There was 2. There was one school that Mexicans over here on East Fifth Street. That was for Mexicans.
Okay.
Some kids used to go to Peace School, but they sent back. But we were accepted.
So you were allowed to go to the white school?
Yes.
And were you allowed to go there because your parents?
Because of the location.
Oh, okay. Because
Yet,
where you live.
there was a school on 24th. You might not know this one. On 24th in Leon used to be a black school. Right on the corner. One schoolhouse with a flagpole, and that's the black people went there. They had to go. After that, they had to come to Keeling, Olive schools, or something like that. Get on the bus and travel for. This shouldn't have happened, but it did.
So because so did the Mexicans and the blacks both have to go to school for
No,
get on the bus?
The Mexican went with the white people.
They went with the white people. So whenever you were in school, did everyone get along, no matter if they were?
Oh
Mexican
yes,
or white,
the older we got, there was one little kid, Bruce Kirk. His father was a Mexican Revolution in Mexico. He was a correspondent. He got killed over there.
Oh, really?
He didn't think much of us Mexicanos. But as he grew older and we got friendship, he was my best friend.
He was white?
Yeah. Bruce Kirk, his mother used to run the boarding house on 24th and behind the Varsity Theater, or what is that street? Natchez? No. Nueces?
Nueces, yeah. Okay. So, but whenever you were younger, everyone pretty much...
Well, they were saying in that time that Jojo go back to Mexico or sliding on the railroad track and things like that. But we just took it. And yet, Magnolia Petroleum Company was the Battle of the Alamo with cartoons. And all the Austin schools has one book top. But it's not accepted now because it discriminates too much to Mexicans.
Okay.
And this used to say greasy Mexicans and come out Betty pepper eaters or
something. So everyone, just ignorance, you think?
But as we go together, it seems like as we've all grown together, we have our class reunions, so we become closer and closer and closer.
That's
I was only Mexicano, graduated I and another girl in 1938 from Austin High.
Really?
Mm.
And how did you feel about that?
I felt honored. I mean, when I went to school, I wanted to get to college. The University of Texas was here.
Yeah.
So I was accepted. I took my audition. The School of Fine Arts, Dr. Doty, Thomas Gordon, and they accepted me right away.
Did you go to college? Did you think you got to go to college because were other Mexicanos more poor than you?
Well, at that time,
Or did you go under the GI Bill?
no,
No.
that was before the jail. I didn't even use my jail, but
Oh.
in Paris, France, I did for a little mathematics.
Okay.
But only 6 weeks. But when I came back, I was planning to go back to university, but we were involved in business, so I didn't. And I wish I had finished it.
Okay. Where did your parents work again? Did you tell me that where your parents worked?
We used to run a tortilla factory here in Austin.
Okay, that's what.
And there's the picture over there.
Oh, El
That's
Lago.
not, but it used to be at Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
We worked together as a family for 34 years.
So whenever you were in elementary school, did you work with your parents?
No, we didn't have any business.
Oh, okay. You didn't have the business.
But we were, my mother was always active at home, making tortillas with the old metate.
Oh.
Metate is where you grind your corn. We used to
Homemade.
put a pot of corn every day. And she got that when in Mexican Revolution in Mexico, she used to make different parties, soldiers.
Uh-huh.
They used to bring her the corn, she cook it and make them tortillas. Villistas, carracistas, didn't make any difference.
That's neat. So what pushed you think, to go to college?
Always
Your
loved it.
parents?
I always loved it. Yes, my parents, but I was the only one in the family that really went up to university. The rest of them, quit. At that time, a lot of, I guess, parents used to have children as soon as they grow up, or put them to work. The old custom.
Yeah. But you didn't want to do that.
Now, this black school I was telling you, there were 2 doctors that came out of that school.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. One of them was teaching in Houston, Jefferson.
Uh-huh.
Later on, he was teaching universities. I never heard any more from Isaac, Dr. Isaac something.
Oh, okay. And he taught at Houston Tilston?
Yes, and then he went, I think he taught at the University of Texas the last time I saw him.
Okay. So do you feel like, what do you think made you be able to go to college? Well, you said there was only 2 Mexicanos that graduated. How come you think you graduated?
I love music for a child.
Uh-huh.
And I just wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew there was something. So when I came to the University of Texas, I said, this is the highest education you could get in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So we're up here.
So you felt like, I can do it just as much as they can.
That's right.
So you went and did it. You showed them. Okay. What year did you sign up with
1942.
1942. And what made you decide to do that? Did you go?
I didn't sign. I tried to.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to volunteer. They wouldn't accept me because I was a Mexican citizen.
Oh.
But then Congress passed a law that they could draft aliens, and I was an alien at that time. And then, about a year after that, I was called in.
And how'd you feel since you applied and you were offering them your help and they wouldn't accept you because...
It makes me feel bad, but I felt someday, since at that time, Roswell, they were working on that alien.
Uh-huh.
I felt better. I said it'll come, and we could show that we can do it just as good. And I was very fortunate to be in the service supply with our organization. We went to school in Ohio. We say graduate, we all came out of the same school because we were supposed to stick together for the rest of the war. So we did. I have pictures there of the graduation.
Okay. What do you remember most about when you found out about the war?
Well, I remember the Department of School Fine Arts. I was taking music there, and then I heard a speech of Roosevelt, and it went, my friends, and you are my friends. None of y'all will be overseas. 1 year after that was open.
Oh, really? So you remember a speech saying none of you will have. He was saying this about college
well, he
people.
said, he said, I hate war. My wife Eleanor hates war. So we're trying to keep you.
And then 1 year later, you.
I was.
So how'd you feel about that?
I feel my obligation
Uh-huh.
as an American citizen. I was a Mexican, but as a citizen, I guess, of the world, I felt we have to do it.
And what did you feel about what was going on in Germany?
Well, since in 1932, 33, we started here in Hitler, we were expecting that. We were expecting those speeches he used to make, those strong speeches about his way of thinking.
Uh-huh.
So in a way, we got ready for it. When we were, up in age, we were ready. We knew that we would have to go sooner or later, so we did.
And how did you feel when the Pearl Harbor bombing happened?
It hurt me a great deal. I remember that Black Sunday, dark Sunday in Pearl Harbor.
Where were you when that happened?
I was still here.
And you heard about through the news?
Yes,
And how'd you feel?
How do you feel? What happened? The United States was selling a lot of scrap iron to Japan, and that scrap iron was thrown back to us.
Uh-huh. So that was kind of weird. Really. So where'd you first go whenever you left the United States for war?
After that, we landed in Scotland, Carlisle, Scotland. And then we went down south to Northampton. That's 60 miles north of. That's close to the theater, the Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm.
That's close to Coventry, where the Germans were bombing up because a lot of automobile factories.
Okay.
And that's where in Northampton, we stayed 10 months getting preparations. And we didn't wait 10 months. We started getting ready. The place we were in that big plant. The British used to have us, they used to make shells for the big canyons.
Uh-huh.
But they never used it, but they had all the machinery. So they gave the United States government permission to work around it and leave the machinery there in case emergency that we had to get out, and so they could. So we stayed there 10 months. And
whenever you were there, the people in your group, were all of them from Texas or from all over?
That's from all over. But
so were they mostly white or Mexican?
Not at that time. Not at that time.
So most of the people in your group were
whites.
Were whites.
I mean, we consider white, but we know we have.
Yeah. So, did they treat you the same as they treated?
Yes.
As they treated,
especially the Jewish people. Because they put their hardship. I guess in a way like we did, but we got along very well.
Do you remember any one person that you met?
It's Orditz. He used to have a clothing store in some place. Zell, his parents used to have a textile factory in.
Did you stay close with? Did you try to stay close with them after the war?
No, I guess we were so happy, but I have letters that we did, and I had to forgotten about it. But what happened? But we were the youngest. The other members of the companies, or the artists, were men of older. They were in business, When I was 22, there were 40s and 45s. So a few years after that, after the war, a lot of them passed away, so we never got her.
So whenever you first went to Scotland, how old were you?
Scotland?
Uh-huh.
I was 22.
22? Were you married?
No.
No.
I got married when I was 38.
After?
My second wife. My first wife was an educator.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, there's one school named after her, M.H. Galindo Elementary School here in Southwest.
Really? You have a lot of history here in the city. You should be proud of it. Let's see here. Do you have one memory that stands out about the war? Something that you think you'll always remember about the war? Like,
Well, I did in the preparations that morning that they start bombing, and the real hour, June 6th, at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's daylight in England.
mm-hmm.
We saw those bombers and fighters and everything. It was just contagious going on. So we used to be there for Miss. This lady, she lived in a big mansion.
Uh-huh.
Her husband used to own a shoe factory in Northampton.
Uh-huh.
So she used to, help us have tea with her every Sunday. With a music hall about 60 feet long, ceiling of maybe 30 feet out with our organ. Yeah, with 14 style chairs and all that. Uh-huh. But her Sunday she used to invite us for tea. So that's when we were getting ready almost. But we didn't know how long, and as soon as we had to get ready and training to, in our organization, we were trained as field ordnance supply or base, either way. Uh-huh. They had trailers, they had offices, they had everything. Uh-huh. And they used that system for only about 6 weeks, and after that we got into the regular base. I mean, station,
So did you say you made a lot of friends over there? You think?
Oh yes.
Well, I bet it's a really close bond.
Italianos.
Oh, you made a lot of Italians.
Oh yeah, and they love music, and we used to have music every night. We go on to play the accordion, the fiddle, but and they used to send sausage, the Italian sausage, and everybody used to eat it. So it's a wonderful big family.
Really? So, did you get food sent from home?
Oh yeah,
what kind of stuff did you get?
My sister sent me some fritos. In France, they didn't know what fritos were. And this friend I have, I gave her some. She loved it.
The chips, Frito chips.
Yeah, just regular fritos. At that time, there were not all these combinations of names. It was just
That's funny. So do you think that if you wouldn't have gone to war, you wouldn't have met as many types of people? I mean, do you think you met a lot of...
I think even when I was a child, I used to dream that I was in England. Being close to some monarch people. When I was at the Buckingham Palace, I got a glance at Elizabeth II. Is this? Yeah, from the balcony, but far away. Now, when she came here, she passed on Zeph Street, and I got another glance. Now, her son, I got a real close when he was here. But then in Paris, we got to see a lot of dignitaries, Churchill, de Gaulle, the French generals.
So, did you feel, whenever you were fighting in the war, was there a lot of... did a lot of people criticize what the government was doing, saying they weren't doing
you know what I felt? Well, at one point we got frustrated. What are we fighting for? We're young, or we're going to get killed over here, and then somebody else is going to take it. But I see why the result of this way, because we're a part of history. When we got on the boat, one of those English boats, and they give the speech, and those B-1s and V-2s were falling around Southampton. And we had a foxhole on one side. And for 5 of them, 10 of us went in that foxhole. But after that, we got used to it. We used to see them The B-1s, when they're making noise, that means they're going down. The rockets, they get hit you direct. That was no.
So what was it like going to sleep at night? Just
making a prayer and take the good Lord take care of you.
So did a lot of y'all? Did y'all pray a lot?
Oh yes, I remember when we got on this English boat, ready to go to the invasion. Mm-hmm. I knelt down and, good Lord, here I am. And I got strength. I get on spirit can keep you. And after that, it was nothing. And yet we were always in danger. Mm-hmm. Bombing, strafing.
Did everyone have that religious aspect?
I really don't know. Some of them didn't, but I've always been, since I was a child, I always believed in the war.
How did your parents feel about you being over in the war?
It hurt my mother because she had 3 sons. Mm-hmm. We were 3 of them, and we all got to see each other with it.
Oh, really? Yeah. So, but y'all didn't fight together in the same groups?
The artilleryman was the one that got close in Berlin and all the actual, destructions of the bridges and all that. Uh-huh. But we were the suppliers. Our organization supplying all, crossing the Rhine and all. Mm-hmm. The 982nd Ordnance, that was our unit. But we were under the Depot 0644, the largest ordnance depot in Europe. Oh. In the world at that time. Uh-huh. We had a racetrack. We were behind Chateau Vincent. We were using Napoleon's barracks for our big plants, warehouses and all that. We were, on one side was a racetrack, then our beautiful gardens, but they were all converted into, for the material for the war. Uh-huh. And then our main plant, where we had our barracks, our large dining rooms, that Napoleon used to use for horses, we used under dining.
Really?
Beautiful buildings. Beams, you couldn't believe it, and they were strong. Uh-huh. It's behind Chateau Vincent. Chateau Vincent, where Richard Linehearted went there in 12-something to visit the chateau.
Uh-huh. And you've been there. What do you think was the scariest thing? The thing that is there anything that you saw and it just made you wake up? You said, I can't believe this stuff's happening.
Well, in St. Louis and all that, we saw a lot of tank destruction, human bodies chopped up. Uh-huh. Now, when we got in Paris, we used to get the large tanks that had needed repaired. They used to bring in large retrievers, and these boys used to bring them there. Sometimes they were frozen. Sometimes they would find some bodies in there because they haven't time to clean them up in the front. So they used to bring them. So get the tanks fixed, but while they were fixing the tank, they would find our arm. Now that's where later on with these kits that used to come from the front with those retrievers said, have you heard from General Patton? Don't put this down. I'm not going to say it.
Okay, you don't have to. So how'd you feel when you found out that you were getting to go home?
In Paris was the day of celebration, Victory Day. Paris was mad. I mean, people were so happy. Mm-hmm. On the Champs-Élysées, Place Concours, Arc de Triomphe, Tour Eiffel, you could find, anybody would hug you. I got ribbons and said they were given to me. But it was something you couldn't believe in. I said, we're actually here. And then on Champs-Élysées, I used to have a chauffeur with me all the time. We used to go to these theaters, saw Laurence Olivier and Ralph Richardson on stage in person. Marilyn Dietrich at the Lippe Theater there in Paris. And even our barracks, close to our barracks, she went over there and she sang with that golden hair. Mm-hmm. And then she put her dress up and said, "Do you want to see my $1 million lake? Here it is." She was close, about as far as.
You saw up close and personal. You want to take a break? Sure. Let's see. Let's turn this on, I guess. Do you think your life in the war was different as Mexican American?
Yes. I feel that no matter who we are, we have part of the history of the world. I used to say, well, but now it seems now the whole world was affected by this war. Mm-hmm.
Did y'all speak Spanish? And did you have a lot of Mexicano friends that you spoke Spanish?
In my outfit, I was only Mexican. I don't know why.
How'd you feel about that? You felt fine?
I felt fine. Then when I saw Mexicano, because once in a while, there was a battalion coming from the front where we were there at the end of the war, almost at the end of the war. There were the Mexicans from Mexico. Uh-huh. On one side, they had the American flag. The other side, they had the Mexican flag. They were coming back. There were 1,200 of them. They spent the night at our place. Uh-huh. But they had been through the front. They had the privilege of either coming to the United States or going back to Mexico. I don't know. After that, I don't know what happened. Mm-hmm. But they were talking.
Did you, whenever you were gone, did you miss your home? Like, did you speak Spanish in your home? Did you miss, like, your Spanish culture, the food?
Well, for a while I did. And then the main thing that hurt is that we never used to stay away from home that long.
Yeah.
And that did. And then sometimes you wish you had a tortilla or hot sauce or tamale or the sweet bread that my mother used to make or that we learned how to make. Uh-huh.
So what did you have to eat? What kind of stuff did you eat?
Polish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A lot of sausage?
Biscuits with gravy. Mm-hmm. And in the mornings, eggs. That's what afterwards. During the field, you just ate what you had in your pouch. Oh. Cheese with crackers, and that was it. Uh-huh. And we survived for about 2 weeks like that. We thought we're getting so fed up with all that, but we made.
Uh-huh. Were you ever in any organizations like LULAC or anything like that?
No.
Before or after?
No, I never have, and I'm not too much of that. Although I saw the LULACs when they were started in about 1930-something. And I had some parts in some programs that played music, but that was as far as I went.
How do you feel about their thoughts and their plan or strategy?
Their plan is okay, but sometimes it turned too sociable. Mm-hmm. And forget about helping scholarships. Uh-huh. Or things like that, but they did good.
Yeah, do you think sometimes it just gets, they forget about the political part and start being more social?
More social, drinking and all that.
Parties. What do you think's most important to help the Mexican American race? What do you think is most important that we do today?
Well, all these programs they have, they're good. But it all comes back to individual. If I'm going to do that, I can do it. Now they serve them a lot. They give them this thing. Uh-huh. I believe there's scholarships and all that, but now they have programs to help all this education. And yet we have a lot of problems. Not only racial, but drugs.
Uh-huh. So you think that just like you knew you always wanted to go to school, so you just went and did it.
Mm-hmm.
So you think a lot has to do with the individual. Okay. And so your first wife, where did you meet her at?
In church.
In church?
She was in the choir at the Baptist church.
And here in Austin?
Mm-hmm. The Mexican Baptist church.
Uh-huh. And then you married her, and how long?
We went 4 years steady. And we lasted 26 years.
Uh-huh.
She passed away.
And did you have any kids?
Just one son. He's an attorney.
Oh, okay. So did he go to UT?
Oh, yeah. She goes long.
Oh, yeah. Orange blood, huh?
That's for those from Africa.
Really?
And only 6 year men will get those. He was 6 years in the band.
Oh.
4
okay.
years, and then the rest of us voluntary. He was section leader.
Oh, what did he play?
Bass tuba. Oh, and he played piano. He knows the piano, but he never played.
Uh-huh. And so then you remarried. Did you have any more kids?
No.
No.
Just one. No grandchildren. My wife, Norma, has about 6 or 8.
Uh-huh.
But I don't.
And do you think your son benefited from you being in the war? How do you think your fighting in the war helped him?
Well, I guess thoughts. And sometimes we, talk about it. But the way I think so that's part of history or part of a lot of it. We did what we thought we did. I mean, what was right. And not say, we still gave my life for the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Because we owe.
Uh-huh. You think about, I was thinking about that. You said that your parents were here and it was really hard for your mom. What did you think about the huge effort that everyone in the United States gave to the war? The effort they gave by rationing and...
Oh, rationing?
Everything that they did here.
We did it. We went through it. My sister was trying to run a business without no tires.
Oh.
They had to get ration. Gasoline was rationed. Even a lot of food was rationed. Sugar was rationed. So it was hard. At that time when we were growing up, everything was cheap and abundance of it. And then when we saw what was rations for the benefit.
You see, do you notice how everyone pulled together for the war? And why do you think that was different? You notice that really didn't happen in Vietnam or other wars.
Because it was a war that, it had a lot of Europe influence, and they even brought one of those German fighters here in front of the Driscoll Hotel, Messerschmitt, a small fighter, and they had they used that, but the people throwing aluminum there so they could melt it, like airplane stuff.
Let's see. Okay, you want to pause?
I believe in patriotism, but we had a lot of German prisoners. We had 5,000 in our organization there. We had them working in the orderly room, cooks, barbers. They could have put poison in all those batches of food, and they didn't want to go black. They were, all they did was they had a PW on the back. There was one missing, but they sent him to the medical hospital, and they forgot they had sent, and they were looking for him. And so one day he came back, but they brought him back. That was only one event that we knew that one of the prisoners was out of camp, but they were walking like.
So it's pretty risky.
It's risky, yet they had a lot of freedom. They had a lot of freedom.
And
human freedom. I don't mean national. It's the way it should be. Now I've seen people that were starving, but some of the Frenchmen used to go to the slop where we used to dump in. They used to eat like that. That's what hunger does. But we saw it was necessary. We used to give them to. In fact, when on Sundays that we used to go to the different orphanage homes there with the Baptist chaplain. At noon, we used to get all the candy rations from the army. And then 6 or 7, we used to go from orphanage home, Catholic orphanage home to orphanage home. And the children just hugged the chaplain and the sisters there. A lot of them, I had to go because they knew Spanish. So I translate for them. They used to hug everybody. That's where you forget that the different religions think they all comes to one. They love God.
Did you feel that's how it was with you going over there, and there was Italianos, there was Mexicanos, but y'all all came together to fight the war?
Yes.
So do you think the war brought a lot of soldiers from different backgrounds really close together?
Yes, a lot of families, but a lot of American soldiers married German girls. They brought the world. I mean, a lot of enter in there.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And a lot of Mexicanos got married with German girls.
But you didn't.
Well, I don't know what. I was late in everything. I was 38 when I got married. Always took my time.
Yeah. So was it easy to? Did you feel like an outsider being over there with all, the Germans and everything? Did you feel like an outsider at all?
Not after, in England, I felt more that way because of the events about that national anthems that were played in the Buddha. The Germans didn't do that to us. I mean, when we had them under prison, of course, out of the camp, it was a big difference. And we just took the German band used to play for our Americans right across where we were. They used to play polkas. See, in all those events, forget about that. It comes to realize we're all humans. We all enjoy what we're enjoying.
So what did y'all do for fun when you were over in the war? I'm sure y'all got to have fun together.
Oh, we had equipment for baseball, horseshoes. And I think horseshoe was the most relaxing because in Paris we used to have beautiful trees and kind of an alley. And we used to put a pitch that breeze and then the picture show,
movies.
That's where I saw a lot of pictures. And I remember in Wyoming when I was in school of quartermaster, I saw that Casablanca, freezing outside. Mickey Rooney, I got to see him several times there in Paris. He used to ride like a little kid on the Jeep. He wanted everybody to see him. So he was so small. Ingrid Bergman was the most beautiful woman you see in Paris. Her smooth was so. And so at that time, Laurence Olivier was really young. She still had it. Always remind me of Wuthering Heights. And he would play a arms man. He played the Bernard Shaw's arms man.
What most of the guys you were in the army with, had they been to college or were they in college?
Well, that's why I say a lot of them had, because they were older than what we were. We were the young echelon, but the ones who had their post, they were business people. That's why I say after the war we can get super. A lot of those people died.
So do you think the group you were with was different than a lot of groups? Cause
I think so. Sometimes you wonder, You wanted that God put you in that kind of group. So y'all could do this work for the work and still enjoy being among y'all together.
So did you meet any? There wasn't one specific person that you became really close with over there?
Just a girl.
Just a girl? Was she in the army?
No.
She was German?
No, I'd not. No, there was no time for that. Being in the American. We used to go to the Red Cross and all that, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Because we got older, we could see after interplicitly with my wife and my child.
Who was that came with you?
From Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh.
He's the only one that has come back because the rest of them passed away.
What was his name?
Guthrie Wilson. Wilson Guthrie. He used to run the Key Hotel in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, okay. And when you got back, you said you didn't keep in touch with many of your.
No.
Did you meet any other veterans? Like whenever you go somewhere and you talk to someone.
You take a veteran like me, and some of them say, "Oh, we don't want to talk about that." That's why they tell them. Oh, I feel well. And some young people like to hear about it. Did you really go to war? I said, yes.
So you think a lot of the older people who are veterans, they try to forget about it?
They have,
Why do you think
I began to see now when they came out with this Private Ryan.
Hold on, let me get this.
Take it from the bottom where that opening is.
I wanted to go over there to visit the place because we had history in the cemeteries and all that. In Normandy, and Saint Pierre d'Église, close to that Saint Pierre d'Église. That's close to where that Brian Ryan is.
Oh, okay.
And after I saw the men on the show crying about the experience in those cemeteries, I said, well, it hurt. I mean, not hurt, but it hurt. It's sentimental. And I was afraid to go because I couldn't. I thought, I wish I had gone. The 50th anniversary. I wish I had gone. But,
so were you worried that if you went, it might be too emotional?
Yes, I think. But personally, showing off you. But when you see that Private Ryan and that veteran there crying tears and all that, I said, well, I would have been human like he has.
And what do you think he was thinking? Whenever...
The history of the events that happened, especially around that section. Now, the buildings of cemeteries over there, the bulldozers did dig them. I mean, we saw, I got pictures. They used to dig them and they used to wrap the body, get one of the dog tags, one on the cross for Sir David, wherever it was. And then they wrap them up in sheets, and that's what's it. Then the bulldozer came on, covered it, and the burial outfit was the name. They didn't have any time for caskets or anything. It had to be done right away. Too much. The human order is the worst thing there is. Animals have thick skin or fur. We don't. We had one German paratrooper. What happened? This American soldier. I don't know how he killed the German paratrooper, so he killed him, the American, and he just let him drop there, and then just put a little kind of shallow deal in it. Just left it. Every time it rained, all that had, because the French people had to cover it until the burial of Cal 5th came and take him to the cemetery.
Was there a smell all the time?
Well, Yes, this is how bad of a human smell is. We got into the tunnel where Hitler used to have those big portraits.
Mm-hmm.
And we went in there, I don't know what for, just to see how far we could. And there were a lot of German soldiers there, and the skin was on their shoes. And when I got out, I tried to wash that odor, and it took about 6 weeks to get that odor on my shoes as they came back.
Oh. How was there a lot of Jewish soldiers
Oh, they were Jewish.
with y'all?
We had Jewish people from Brooklyn,
Mm-hmm.
New York. We had Sale, the one I told you that it was a big money man, and there was only very few of them. The one I saw the most that racial was an Irishman, and when he was sober, he was all right, but when he got drunk, Jewish people get out of my way.
No.
Really?
Really?
James P. Doherty. He was in Ireland.
Uh-huh. So how did the Jewish people feel about, did they ever talk to you or
Oh yes,
about
yes,
what's
but
going
the Jewish people they got a lot of thought in there,
Uh-huh.
and they accepted. We had a Gero, a soldier in our outfit, but he didn't stay too long with us because he was of the royal family of the Habsburgers from Austria.
Uh-huh.
So they sent not FBI, CID, to check on him. And secretly, they took him out and sent him with the government money. But he was with us for 4 months. He was a royalty. He never talked too much. His last name was Jero.
What did y'all talk about at night before you went to sleep? I mean,
They sang songs and talked about the letters they get from home and the babies that were getting without them being home.
oh,
Really. You'd be surprised once some of these soldiers almost commit suicide because in our outfit there were 2, 3 of them. That how could she do that to me? Things like that. And after that, they calm down. But that happened.
So did you watch someone die?
Oh yeah. Actually, the worst one I saw was in Rennes, France, when we got ready to go to Paris. This French civilian was working on remove some big shells. Underneath the shell, there was a booby trap. When he picked that up, all his chest and face came like hamburger meat. He did less over 2-3 seconds. They gave him first aid for it, and that was we were there.
How?
It makes you feel bad. We were used to that. I never did like fights. When I see a fight, I get away from it. But then we actually were involved.
How did you? Because like you and I know myself, you don't like violence. So how did you make yourself tough?
Prayers.
Prayers. A lot of praying.
When I was telling you that section of the stadium between our plant and those beautiful parks there, that was the stadium there, a jockeying stadium, for the geeks and the horses, take their exercise in the morning. Well, we used to have service on the bleacher of the stadium and the horses down there, and it used to sound so pretty. The soldiers singing and the French people just a record taking their horses and trotting. It was kind of misty or a little foggy, but it was beautiful. See, I used to play for the 3 services for the Protestants on Sundays. the piano or the portable or whatever.
So is that, you talk about religion a lot. Do you think, I think I asked you this, did most soldiers use that? Did other soldiers?
There were some of them.
Did some of
there
them
were some
do it?
You could tell it. Some of them were silent and strong. We had a conscientious objector that when he came to our organization, they gave him our government had to give him a heavy gun, and they don't believe in arms. And they tried to put in a heavy duty. So I get on, he told him, I'll get on KP 24 hours a day, but I am not going to do what you want me to do. And he stuck to his, they respected him. This happened in England. He just wouldn't. He said, I believe this. You believe what you believe. You make me carry a heavy gun because you believe in. That's making fun of somebody else's religion. And he said, I'm going to do. So that after he showed that he was a strong Christian, they respect him. And we all respect him. And don't think he was a little guy. He was a 6 or 7 footer. In Europe, I went to a lot of churches, a lot of, cathedrals and all that. When I used to pass by Notre Dame there, I used to go in there and pray. Praying for the one up there, not nobody else, but just one. On one side is the rose window in the museum, Joan of Arc and all that. And then, but the main sanctuary is just a huge, simple church.
How many people do you think you met before you went to war that were in the army that you know didn't make it back?
Served a lot of them. Even especially our group of, there were higher average people, and a lot of them went as pilots, bombardiers, because it requires certain. And 2 of the Duval brothers, one was a pilot, and he got killed over Italy, and the other one got killed, so I don't remember where.
Was there ever a time that you thought in your head, I'm going to die? Was there ever a time when you were in the war and you thought to yourself, I'm going to die?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
That's when you kneel down.
That's when you kneel down.
It's up to you.
So tell me about something that happened whenever you thought that in your head.
When we were going overseas. And then when we got actually at the front, when we got unloaded, and there was a dark around that private Rhine section, right? Saint-Pierre l'Église and l'Église. It's, you don't know what it's dull, it's awful. We all it's something in here that we still survive, and we still put faith in God. But we made it. It's awful, especially when it was raining. And when we got to Cherbourg, every time it rained, and the cops on the plaza there, the dry blood was in the ground with the cobblestone. When it rained, all that blood, that water turned red. There was still because a lot of fighting there. That's for sure, the plaza.
So it was just blood everywhere when it rained. So I bet that made it worse.
Oh yeah,
and
then the cold, damp. Well, humans, it'll get you.
Did you see anyone just go crazy because of?
Well, we had a boy we were going over to England, and the seas were rolling. Troop transport, 10,000. Were crowded like sardines.
You were going from where to going?
We're going to West Hampton Roads, Virginia, to England and Scotland, and the sea was rough. It would go about 30 feet and then just slam down in that coach. There was a guy that, you're talking about segregation, there was a point in the boat for the black people. And now this happened there was a fountain right on the border. Just because a black American, true American, went to drink water, this white officer said, I'm a court martial. I thought to myself, going to fight a war, him and I are the same, going to fight a war, and here an American officer with a high intelligence telling that poor black soldier that he was going to get martial for drinking water in a white fountain. That's not right.
How did you feel about that?
I felt real bad.
So,
a lot of us felt it real bad.
So did y'all get to talk to the black soldiers or have much contact with them?
We didn't have to. But at that event, there was one black soldier that hung himself in the bathroom.
Was he the one that was drinking?
I don't have any. No. Drinking water? No. I don't think it.
But how did you find out about it?
They put a noose on the boat. That's the only one that would commit suicide. I don't know, but it was a black man. And it makes you feel awful when your stomach's all upset and the ocean, with the boats and rocking you.
Do you think the war changed a lot for the black people too?
Oh, yes. But it's too bad that a lot of black people get to see that we're all the same, mixed. You talking, I'm there because we were really black people too. 24th and St. Gabriel wasn't white. It was mixed.
So let's talk more about when you grew up, okay? More about when you were growing up. You grew up on 24th and St. Gabriel. You said it was mixed over there?
Yes, it was black. Black people had two Baptist churches, one on 24th, down the hill before you get to Shaw Creek.
I know that's that.
And one on the Pilgrim Baptist Church. It used to be on 24th and 25th and between Pearl and St. Gabriel. The Pilgrim, and I think the church is still alive somewhere. So but it used to be. I used to admire because we used to live close to there, and about 9 o'clock you used to hear the good old spiritual songs, not by the note, but what they feel inside, and it just brought me out.
So did you, whenever you were growing up, did you have any black friends?
Oh yeah.
But y'all didn't go to school together, right?
No.
But you still.
That's why I say it makes you. When we have something, my friends are black. 2 or 3 of them work. Two in the preacher, and one of them works for the city, and all that. We grew up together. When my mother was sick, the black people, Miss Bird, used to take soup. When Miss Bird was sick, my mother used to take soup to her. She's like her.
So that's good.
It was segregation, just because we thought about it. Actually, when it came down to brass tacks, we were all one family. We had Brother Do Right. We had Balo and Malo. Balo and Malo's mother was blind, completely blind. She was an ex-slave. There used to be 2 across the street from the old building, still there, Francetta's grocery store. Used to be 2 log cabins. This lady used to take care of his sons. He kept that house clean. And the kitchen was one, and the bedrooms one. One log cabin had one. But there were log cabins right where that cash and carry used to be. Right. Brother Onion used to have a farm there. He had mules, and they're right on the very corner.
Did y'all you said you spoke Spanish and English in the house?
Yes.
And your Mexicano friends around you, did they go to war also? Different. They went to a different part of the war.
A lot of them went to the Far East. I don't know why.
Did a lot of them go to college also?
Some of them after the war. Some of them did get degrees after the war. Especially the people from the valley. They all few. That's where you find a lot of them from the valley over here. And during the war, it was some big immigration.
People from the valley. So how did your parents feel about you graduating college?
I didn't graduate because I'd like 2 more years.
Oh, okay.
Okay, my parents, there were parents that said, if we die here, we want you to take us to Mexico. Okay. Years later, they bought their own ground here, and they never said. Then both of them became American citizens.
So
my mother, father.
They lost the desire to go back to Mexico.
Because the reason is because my mother, when she was growing up, she was in an hacienda. For her grandparents, they had everything, abundance of everything. Then she didn't go back till after she was married, and we were about 13 and 12. And she said she was so disgusted with that hacienda, all deserted, nothing there. El Banquete is the name of that hacienda there on one side. So she went to visit. My father the same way. They went to spend a month, 2 months in Mexico, but not to stay. The desire wasn't there no more.
Because it was so deserted?
Because of the abundance it was, and there was nothing there now. And now they got used to the American life. I mean, the United States life.
You think there's more opportunity here?
Oh, yes. Always has to be. Even from the pioneer days. When we took the land away from the poor Indians.
How do you feel about that?
You know, the Six Flags would be all right. You put the Six Flags, but they should put a panorama of the Indian. They're true American. They should put a panorama. Give credit to the Indians. They're the true Americans. I mean, nobody is, but they have more right because they've been here very long. That's why I always said, well, put Six Flags, or put a beautiful scenery of the American Indian in the back. I guess you think I'm crazy.
No, I don't. Not at all. Not at all. I agree with you. Let's see.
Now, this, you talk about segregation. My first piano teacher was a black teacher.
Really?
Dorothy Grant. She used to teach at the Blank Institute.
So it seems like you were around a lot.
A lot, and I bring it out so you see that we weren't so good segregated as mission. The other groups make it more segregated. But when it comes to facts, live like family. All nations are going to get together. Mama Washington, Grandma Washington, she was an ex-slave, and she used to live in an old house in front of her house. At that time, it was a mixture of houses, the cottages, wooden, not painted, and she died, and they just brought a straw casket, put it in there, and buried. But she was from ex-slave. Now, the other Mama Washington, we used to call, she used to do a lot of washing, but she was an ex-slave too.
Whenever you were in, not college, but like elementary school, did you speak Spanish there?
At school, that's why we were learning 2 languages at the same time.
Oh, okay.
At school, English. At home, Spanish. And that helped us keep both of them.
Whenever you were in school, you said they teased a little bit.
They did.
Did you feel comfortable speaking Spanish?
I still spoke more language than they did. And yet, there were some Swedish boys that spoke Swedish and going to the American school. They speak, there's he could hardly speak English, but they were in the same position they were. He would learn two languages.
So did they get made fun of too?
No, after a while, people got away from that. And, that's one thing we noticed in Europe, that here we took the second language, something. Over there, the kids start the second language early in life. French kids speaking English already when we were there.
So neat.
But, I always go more to the French than the English. So you play the books, what are y'all yonks doing here,
You can make fun of them too.
Oh, yeah. And we used to eat fish and chips with a greasy spoon. That was the Greek used to run. That was the best thing. Fish and chips. But they used to wrap the fish and chips in newspaper. From there, the order from the ink. Oh, that is good.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the war is.
Just getting by. So, do you have any other memories?
No, I'm just thankful that I'm still alive and tell the history. What we went through. You asked the way I felt about certain things. Well, I told you what I felt about certain things. Even the segregation, when we had German prisoners, we forgot that we had German. They were humans. It was like they thought we were. This about the concentration camps, that was something different. That was
What do you think about the stuff that happened there? The concentration?
I think, especially the Christian leaders shouldn't have that. You said we were Jewish. If there were no Jewish faith, we wouldn't be Christians. The Jewish faith is a foundation of the Christian.
So what do you think? Do you think that Christians should have spoke up more?
They didn't have no voice. The power, the monarch, the aristocrat, super control of the German people. So that way, super race. It made me mad. Yet, you have to see it from all angles. After you go there and you see that, why should I hate everybody just because of the leaders? The wars are not caused by the people; they're caused by the leaders.
Do you think most of the soldiers thought like that? Or do you think some of them...
I think after we went there, they spoke like that. They thought. I don't know where they spoke.
So y'all were sympathetic towards the people?
Well, we understood the situation. Why? But it used to make us... we went to fight the Nazism over there. Here we see our American youth using swastikas. Yet Hitler thought he had a swastika. The Indians had a swastika first. We got used to that. But they hear kids trying to... Well, what are they trying to do?
How does that make you feel?
It makes me mad. Now, of course, they have a way to think, but I wish they would have been where we were. Maybe they would think that.
Especially, I'm sure it bothers you a lot that you still can remember the nights when you were praying to live, to fight that.
Yeah. That's why we wish to, when we're there, we used to think that sometimes we'd come in and say, well, what are we here? Young people, us again, our life for what? And then when I see those Nazis, I said, well, what did we go there to?
But do you still feel like you made a difference?
Huh?
Do you still feel like you made a difference?
Yes.
That's good.
It's the way I feel now that we had part of the world history. Where was the change, the linking?
Okay.
We, by the way, I didn't tell you that de Gaulle, we were 180 men in our fit. He gave us a bonus of $50 every week for 1 year. It's an appreciation. The French government.
Oh, really?
General de Gaulle. I mean, it's special for me, and we felt proud.
Uh-huh.
$50 at that time. $50 was a lot of money.
Yeah.
If I was getting 65 a month, American money, it was 50, almost half a salary paid by the French government.
Yeah.
So we got, we felt real proud, and only 180 men out of millions of countries. I think I had the letters and everything.
Yeah. Do you want to show us some
No,
pictures?
I don't think I have. No. My friend Italiano.
Go ahead. You can point. Which one's who?
I think.
In the middle?
Mm-hmm.
About what year is this?
44.
Who are these men with you? They were did you fight with them?
No, no.
Oh.
They were allies.
Okay.
They were in our company.
Yeah, they were people he fought with. Not with, but...
Among.
Right.
Mm.
Why don't you get that?
This is really neat that you have all this stuff. Thank you so much for letting us...
Oh, that's my brother that was over there.
Okay, he's
This
handsome.
is this when we one of them, and I have another center there, close to the Moulin Rouge, there in Paris.
Uh-huh.
This is pistols the Spanish were checking the ammunition. They were, as soon as they were ready, they were caught underground. And this, you could have the dates and everything. So this is Sergeant Trout, the American paper. Yeah, it's near 50 miles from Paris, and we were waiting for that. That's around Chops. Say nobody wanted, so we had permission to get. In fact, it's not ours, so you did not say to come. They just phoned to us. You know that Hitler did go. It goes into the war. That's C-47 flying right there.
England, 1940. I think this one was supposed to be here.
There's a lot of them to be seen, but you won't have in time.
Was she a little English girl?
Francais.
And you still have it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really neat.
I wish I had that letter that de Gaulle sent him. I couldn't find it. I don't know where. The French people gave us this.
So this was V-Day.
The Victory Day. And Champs-Élysées. Place de Concorde.
Mm-hmm.
I had ribbons all over.
So, do you remember how you felt that?
Champagne, and I've never smoked or drank in my life, so
So how was everyone acting? Just a huge celebration?
it was a huge celebration. Everything was free that day. You know, you never get tired going to those places. Every time you go, you see something different. I mean, you know, you get it seemed like you learned something new from the architect. See, this is close to the Eiffel Tower. The museum's there.